Leahy, and today we are going to be griddling lavash on a wok. So the first thing we're going to do is just dust the counter with a little flour. I actually made this dough 4 days ago, but you know, it's a great dough to make and you can make it in advance. If you don't want to make it all at once, you can just stick it back in the refrigerator. Dusting it lightly, not too crazy, and I'm just gonna pat it out. The nice thing about lavash is that it can be any kind of shape you really want it. Traditionally, it's this nice long oval that you stretch over something that looks like a pillow, but we're making do. We're making lavash in an apartment in the city, and we're gonna have to make it a little smaller and make it fit. I'm just gonna stretch it. It's kind of like nice little therapeutic break in your day, just playing with some dough. And I like to keep in mind how big I'm gonna make it is gonna have to fit on what I'm cooking it on. So since we're doing it on a wok, I have a lot of surface area. If I were doing this maybe in like a cast iron griddle, I probably would portion this dough a little smaller and make it more like the size of a tortilla because you want it to get nice and thin. Okay, so right now the center is getting a little too thin. The edges are still thick, so I'm just gonna use the rolling pin and roll that dough out a little bit more. I feel like I'm getting kind of cavalier with this dough. You don't have to be cavalier. You can proceed cautiously, but you know, don't worry. If this breaks, if you get a hole in it, the lavash will still be perfectly edible and delicious. So you don't have to be too scared. So, all right, so look at this. I've got like this nice kind of vaguely rectangle shape going on. And you know what? I think that's gonna be big enough for the wok. So I'm over at the stove. I've got a gas stove, so this is why I'm able to use a wok to do lavash. So this is a nice, really durable wok. It's great for stir frying, but it's also great if you flip it over and you set it down. It's also great for griddling lavash. So I'm gonna put the lavash dough right over the top and it's gonna cook instantly when it hits the wok. This carbon steel preheats really quickly. So the nice thing is you don't have to take a long time between waiting for it to preheat like you would in an oven. So one thing I like to do is I put the handle inward so the handle's not on the counter. It's not gonna be something that someone grabs. If you're worried that someone might grab the handle, which will get very hot, you can always tie a towel around it and make it so people go, okay, I know, that's a hot handle. I'm gonna see if this is hot enough by just sprinkling some water. All right, that is nice and hot. So it's time to griddle some lavash. Getting some nice blisters. You can use tongs if you don't have fingers like mine that can take crazy hot temperatures. I'm not saying that's a good thing. And that is pretty much it. Lavash on a wok.